Hey everyone, and welcome back to A Lot of Trumpets. Today I'm going to be counting down my top 10 favorite Pokémon music tracks. It's no secret I love Pokémon. And so what if my wife thinks I'm a nerd for it? She'll never be a Pokemon master like me. I have a lot of nostalgia for Pokemon music, but I also like to listen to it just while I'm working, and I will admit, it definitely makes my 9 to 5 a little bit more bearable. Narrowing down my favorite Pokemon music to just 10 tracks was really hard, so I'm also gonna have some honorable mentions towards the end of the video. And one more thing before we start, I'm not a connoisseur of music, so don't expect some super in-depth and complicated explanation as to why I like a certain song. Ah yes, the composer imbued the Allegro finale with a combination of menace and firm resolve that much reminded me of my childhood when I had to face my bully and... Starting us off at number 10, we have the title screen music from Pokémon Colosseum. Hearing this song always brings me back to booting up Colosseum on my cousin's GameCube as a kid, and since I never even owned the game, or even a GameCube for that matter, it was even more exciting to hear it because I didn't get to just play it whenever I wanted. The title music has such a commanding presence in the beginning and then softens up into a really nice tune. It sums up perfectly how you're about to embark on an epic and fun adventure before you even start playing the game. In the number 9 spot, I chose Farewell from Pokémon Mystery Dungeon Blue and Red Rescue Team. If you're familiar with the first Mystery Dungeon games, you'll know that the main story is a tearjerker. The song plays while the player has to say goodbye to their partner Pokémon and return to the human world after finishing the final battle with Rayquaza. In a nutshell, the player was a human that was turned into a Pokémon to save the world from a falling star. The player and their partner have been through so much together, and this music really adds to the emotional weight of this conclusion. Experiencing this for the first time as a kid actually made me cry, and I think this song is specifically what did me in. Fortunately, the player ends up returning, but for the duration of the credits, the game actually makes you think you had to bid farewell to your partner. At number 8, we have Driftvale City from Pokémon Black and White. I don't have much to say about this one, other than it's just super catchy and fun. Coming in at number 7 is the Champion Battle theme from Pokémon Fire Red and Leaf Green. This music is just so exciting, and I think it creates the perfect vibe for the final battle. Imagine the pressure and desire to conquer an opponent whose sole purpose is to be better than you. And not only that, but you're facing off on the biggest stage for all the marbles. The Champion theme is so intense, and it makes me feel like my heart is racing every time I listen to it. The doctor says I might have a condition, but I still love this song. The other versions of this song are still good, but Fire Red and Leaf Green definitely have the best one. For number 6, I chose An Unwavering Heart from Pokémon Black and White. This song is so calming, and like I mentioned earlier, I like to listen to Pokémon music while I work, and whenever An Unwavering Heart comes on, I just start to feel so much more relaxed. The slow piano in the beginning gets me every time, and the rest of the song is so beautiful. At number 5, we have Vermilion City from Pokémon Red, Blue, and Yellow. My favorite is the original version because the others just don't hit the same. Maybe it's because of the old-sounding audio of the Game Boy or something. For me, this music feels perfect for a coastal city. It's almost as if I can feel the ocean breeze on my face whenever I listen to it. And there's a few things to do in Vermilion City, like taking on the gym, picking up the old rod, or the bike voucher. It's just little things that that help you stay in the city a little longer and savor your visit. At the number 4 spot, I chose Accumula Town from Pokémon Black and White. Let's be real for a second. Is there a single Pokémon fan who doesn't love this song? It's so upbeat and happy, and I don't think I can go a single listen without humming along to the music. My third favorite music track is Verdanturf Town from the Hoenn region. I love any and all versions of this song. It's a very soothing tune, and I think it's perfect for Verdanturf's overall ambience. Even though you don't do that much in Verdanturf Town, the cozy music always makes me want to stay just a little bit longer. At number 2 is Mauville City from the Hoenn region. Technically, this song is also used in Rustboro and Mossdeep, but I mainly associate it with Mauville. Not only do I enjoy the upbeat and carefree tune of this song, but it's also very nostalgic for me. I remember growing up as a kid playing Pokemon Sapphire, and I would like to hatch a lot of eggs from the daycare, which isn't far from Mauville City. Like everybody else, I would just be biking back and forth, and it's safe to say I've heard this song a lot as a kid. Now before we get to number 1, I'm going to treat this like a Watch Mojo video for a second, and we're going to listen to some honorable mentions. And my number 1 favorite Pokemon music track is Littleroot Town from the Hoenn region. Even though the first Pokemon game I ever played was technically Red version, I consider Sapphire and the Hoenn region to be my true introduction to the series. It's no secret everyone my age grew up on these games, and Littleroot Town is where the adventure always began. The music is so comforting and nice to listen to, and I also grew up in a small town, so I really appreciate the small town vibes that the music gives. Whether I was 8 years old or 27, where has the time gone? Hopping out of the moving truck and being greeted with this song never gets old. Alrighty, so that'll wrap up my top 10 favorite Pokemon music tracks. Obviously, since I had honorable mentions, this list could have been longer, but I'm just too lazy to make a bigger list. And there are many more great Pokemon themes that I love, so it would have been really challenging to make a huge organized list of every single song I like. But if you wanted to list your own favorite Pokemon music tracks in the comments, go right ahead. And if you like this video, I recently did another top 10 list of my favorite video games, and you'll definitely see some Pokemon games on that list, so go check that out. I really appreciate you all watching, so don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.